What's up, everybody? Welcome to Carmel, Indiana. We're going to continue a conversation we had on the last video about the Forbes top 15 most dangerous cities. Kenny, you want to go through the whole list and read what the 15 most dangerous cities in the United States are according to Forbes for 2023?
Okay. Do you want me to read the whole list?
Yes. And by the way, Carmel, where we are now, is the 4th safest in the country. So
yeah,
we're going to talk about all that. Go ahead, Kenny. Break it down. What are the 15 most dangerous cities in America?
Number 1, St. Louis.
Yeah.
2, Mobile.
Oh, snap.
3, Birmingham.
Got that Bama down there.
4, Baltimore.
Yeah.
5 is Memphis.
Oh, snappity South Memphis, dog.
6 is Detroit.
I'll represent the D, baby.
7 is Cleveland.
Oh, snap. Cold straight to Cleveland.
8 is New Orleans.
Nah, you hear me? I don't think New Orleans deserves to be on the list this year.
No, it doesn't.
We go to New Orleans every year. It's not that dangerous.
9 is
It
Shreveport.
used to be scary.
Yeah, it used to be scary.
Shreveport?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can kind of see that.
10 is Baton Rouge.
The BR, baby. Now, BR should be higher than...
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you, I will go to New Orleans, and I know it's dangerous, but I'll go to New Orleans.
Yeah.
You don't go to Baton Rouge unless you absolutely have to.
Yeah.
So we are in the 4th safest city in America right now, according to Forbes.
You've got Little Rock, Arkansas is number 11. 12 is Oakland, California.
You know what my problem is?
What?
I think Montgomery is way more dangerous than Little Rock.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say Little Rock's good. It's not. But I think Montgomery is way worse.
Uh-huh.
What was after Little Rock?
Oakland.
Oakland, California is dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
So we are now in the 4th safest city in America.
Mm-hmm.
Is it true that this is the 4th? According to Forbes, this is the 4th safest city in America. And it's on the north side of Indianapolis. It's an Indianapolis suburb. Let's drive around and see if we like it. I mean, I feel like Lakewood Ridge should be on that list of the safest places in America. Where we live now, it's pretty safe. Is there like a huge chunk of ice? Look at that thing.
Yeah.
Hold on, man. Is that a huge chunk of ice?
Yes.
I think the safety of this community is about to be jeopardized when I get up out of here. No trespassing.
On the lake.
So I can't throw the blob of ice in the lake?
No. Dang. You got Milwaukee, Kansas City, and Philadelphia.
I'm not going to disagree.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to disagree.
That's one city we haven't done is Milwaukee.
This looks like Pelican Bay in Naples.
Yeah, I know. But looks like northern style.
Yo, did it really snow that much here? Because there's like giant snowballs everywhere.
Yeah.
Is it because kids made snowmans?
Probably.
Oh, that's a safe place. If little kids are making snowmans. Katie, what are the demographics of Carmel, Indiana? The 4th safest city in America, according to Forbes. Now, I'll tell you something. If you look at the city limits of Carmel, Indiana on Google Maps, you'll realize that they have a bad neighborhood within the city. And it's not part of city limits. I think that's a little shady right there. They're not the 4th safest city in America. Because if you look at those city limits, there's an entire bad neighborhood or not rich neighborhood, let's just call it that, within their city limits. You know what they did? They just didn't include it in their city limits. If you click and you go to Google Maps right now, this is where I'm kind of upset at Forbes. If you go right now to Google Maps and you click the city limits of Carmel, Indiana, you'll notice that there's a square area within city limits that's not part of city limits, and that little square area would offset their crime rate so much that they wouldn't be the 4th safest state in America. Yeah. And I think if they use that... Oh, snap! Look at the Fleetwood now! Oh, it's red.
Okay, you want to hear what the makeup is of this town?
There's no way a person that drives a red Fleetwood is not involved in illegal activities. I'm just going to say that right about now. Do you see that?
Okay. Oh, okay, so W is 80%.
You know how you'd be excited to see an orca?
Mm-hmm.
That's the excitement that I get when I see a red Fleetwood.
Okay, sorry.
I was going to chase this guy down and try to buy this car off of him, but then we'd have to drive a Fleetwood all the way back to Florida.
Yes. Okay, it's 80% W, 2.8% B. You've got 11% A.
Asians.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the geese. Look at the Canada geese. Look at the Canada geese. Canada!
And you've got 4% H.
There's some Hispanics in here, okay. But it's 80% W. I mean, there's 20% of other people, like one in 5 houses. is something other than white, which is pretty nice for a safe suburban area. Let the rest of us enjoy life as well. Let the rest of us enjoy life as well. I like this place. If you have Canadian geese and red Fleetwoods driving around, white kids making snowmans, and possibly Indian kids as well, that is a great place to live. But I will tell you, despite the fact it's a great place to live, I'm a little concerned. Just a little bit. Oh my gosh, it's 23 degrees and they're walking their dog.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna die, man.
There's 100,000 people here.
That's a big area too.
Yeah.
Hey, they waved at us.
Yeah.
See that? A safe white person waved at us.
In 2017, they estimated the median household income for the city was $109,000.
Oh snap! Oh snappity! These people getting to the money, man.
But the median
They're
home
hypnotized
price,
with money, man.
yeah, the median home price between 2013 and 2017 was $320,400.
Okay, so what I want you to understand about that is that these people can get a house for $300,000 around here, live in a safe area, and they're still making $100,000. Where we live in Florida, you're making like $70,000 and a house is $800,000. So the math of living here is much more. If you really want to stack up some money, you can live in a much better area here in Indiana than you will in Florida. Now, if you just want to be a beach snob and waste all your money on housing and whatever, then you can come over here in Sarasota. Can you imagine that? The average house is 300 something, but they're making 100,000. Like, that means that these people are living well within their means. These people have more money to spend on services. But they're probably more frugal being from Indiana. They're probably not just blowing it on red Fleetwoods like I would.
Yeah.
Now, one guy used his spare money to buy a red Fleetwood. Thing is pimping.
Yeah.
Baby.
Mm-hmm.
I want a red Fleetwood.
I know. We'll see.
Let's go chase that guy down and offer him $20,000.
No.
Please.
No.
Never let me blow our money.
Exactly.
I'll let you drive it away back to Florida.
No.
You're like, not glad. You know what? Not being able to be in the car with you all the way back to Florida would be so sad.
I know.
I would rather drive back in a Toyota with you in it than in a Fleetwood by myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think the Fleetwood would make it to Florida. That's the other part of that. Can you just have a shipping service ship it to you?
Probably.
Yeah.
Maybe like 600 or something.
Do that for me?
No.
Okay, let's get out of here. Let's go to let's go to the hood. Let's see the hood here.
Mm-hmm.
The area, let's go. I want to do this. I want to go to the area that is not within their city limits. Let's do that real quick. And then we'll leave. Katie wants to visit some towns where her family grew up in Indiana. Stop right here. Let's see if we're far from it. Okay. Apparently we are. So there's an area of Carmel, which is, let's see if okay, let's see. We're 10 minutes away. But it's 10 minutes in the wrong direction. I got an idea though. Let's do it.
I used to come down here like twice a year. Not in this area. Not in 600 in this area, but a few towns over.
Well, this county is named after your family.
Turn right onto Stonewick Road.
Big way
Then
out
turn
here.
right onto East 116th
When you get pulled over,
Street.
you just gotta show people your maiden name. I'm Miss Catherine Hamilton. This county is named after my
It's
uncle.
not my maiden name.
Well, whatever. Just making something up. Use your big wig card for once. I
Turn
am.
right onto East 116th
This
Street.
whole county's named after me, sir. So you better watch how you're talking to my Hispanic husband. Who's
Yeah,
probably
I'm not
on
gonna be a
probation.
nepo baby.
Is that a term?
Yeah,
I've never heard it. Did you just make that up, or is that a real
I know
thing?
it's a real thing.
In a
What's it
quarter
called?
mile, at the traffic
Nepo
circle,
baby,
take the
like
second exit
nepotism.
onto Gray
Are
Road.
you kidding me? That's a real thing.
Yes,
Can I be a nepo baby?
it means your family got you ahead. I'm not gonna do that.
My family held me back.
Yeah.
I'm like, whatever the opposite of that is. Look at that creek. Isn't it pretty?
Yeah.
A frozen creek in Indiana. Frozen creek in Indiana. Take me home to a
In
place.
300 feet at the traffic circle,
I'm a
take the first
freeze,
exit and stay on East
Indiana.
116th Street.
Things are frozen. I am cold.
Yeah.
Exit the traffic circle onto East 116th
So what are they
Street.
called? Nepo babies?
Yeah.
I've never heard that
Continue on
term.
East 116th
Lots of
Street
people in
for 1
Alabama
mile.
are.
Yeah.
You want to be a Nepo baby out here? Because, I mean, you're...
No, I have no interest in doing that.
Okay, for 1 second it was too hot. Now it's too cold. I love how, like, in order to get the car to be 60 degrees, our heater vents are pushing out air that's like 100. Because it's 22 outside. I love how it doesn't stop life from moving, though. Like, that's the one thing about this cold weather. It's not stopping life from moving. People are still out and about.
Yeah.
I really wish I was in the Yukon right about with the butt heating seats and the back heating seats and the...
That's going to be our next vehicle, and it's probably coming sooner than you think.
The problem... Oh, look at the size of those
Yeah.
houses. The problem with that, love... El problema with getting a Yukonator is that you're going to take just a massive hit on depreciation.
No, I'm not saying like you
Dude,
gotta.
look at the size. We're entering Eden Forest. Look
I
at the
feel like
size of
when
these
we were
houses.
buying this car, we didn't look at like all the things that we would need.
We needed
Head
fuel
north on
economy.
Forest
We need
Drive
fuel
toward
economy.
That's all we
Eden
needed.
Place. In
But
800
I'm
feet,
realizing
turn
we
right
do
onto
need
Eden
heated
Place.
seats. You know, even my mom's car has heated seats.
Why are there balls of snow here?
I don't know.
Somebody that lives in the cold weather, tell me why there's balls of snow here.
Those look like snowmen.
Oh, they might have made snowmen. Oh, look at the heads on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Oh, that's grimy. That's grimy. That's something you would expect in the other part of Indianapolis, not this one. The head fell and it's on the sidewalk.
Okay.
That's like some
Turn right
grimy...
onto Eden Place, then make a U-turn.
I'm going to take a short clip of that and use it for like my top 10 most dangerous. They made a snow castle over here. Oh, they made a snow castle.
Yeah.
That's the grimiest thing I've ever seen. Like,
1,000 feet.
the whole
turn
thing
right
melted,
on-
but it's just the heads left, and it's like
southwest
sitting there
on
looking
Eden
like a ski
Place.
mask snowman head.
Make a U-turn, then turn right onto Forest Drive.
Grimy stuff, bro.
Yeah, because kids actually play outside here, I think.
This is just gorgeous. Look at this house right here. Country
That's
road.
one thing about living up north that I used to really like is playing outside. And in Florida, I feel like kids don't play outside.
No, they made a
Turn
snow
right onto
castle
Forest
there.
Drive.
They made some huge snowmans out here. I've never seen people in Kentucky make snowmans
Yeah.
that big. They only had 20 inches of snow though. The one time we
In
had a good...
1,000 feet, turn right
Did you
onto East
like playing in the
116th
snow when
Street.
you were a kid?
A little bit of both. Yes and no. Tell me that snowman's head sitting on the sidewalk isn't the creepiest thing you've seen in your whole life. You can still make out the eyes and the ears and stuff. Watch the first ball.
Yeah.
It's just the head, and it looks like a ski mask looking head. Look. Tell me that's not the saddest thing you've ever seen in the world.
I know. It's very
It
sad.
looks like a decapitated snowman.
You look like they made like a bunch of
Looks like the
snowmen.
Mexican cartel came up and slaughtered their snowmen.
Yeah.
Turn right onto East 116th Street.
Most like horrendous thing you'll see in the suburbs is a snowman head on a sidewalk.
Yeah.
This is about as it gets out here. Snowman head on a sidewalk.
Yeah.
Continue on East
Things got real.
116th Street for half a mile.
Okay, I'm really struggling with the heater.
Yeah.
There's burning dust in my throat. The thing about that I studied about a Yukon is that we would get hit with the most horrendous depreciation you could imagine.
Yeah.
That's really the problem.
In a quarter
Like-
mile at the traffic circle, take the second
Don't
exit
get me
and stay
wrong.
on East 116th Street.
I think the biggest problem that we have ran across with cars
Yeah.
is that we're taking huge depreciation on these vehicles.
Yeah.
But there's a part of the city that's not within city limits, and that's what keeps their crime rates down.
There's Starbucks guy.
So there's a Starbucks there.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't had Starbucks today. Do you want to have Starbucks or do you want to have Big Boy?
Big boy.
All right. We'll find out Big Boy on the way out.
Okay.
This looks really nice, though. I mean, this is the type of community you could raise a bunch of safe white kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then get very angry when you catch them listening to Eminem.
Exit the traffic circle onto East 116th
What happened to our little Evan?
Yeah.
This is not the little Evan we
Continue on
raised.
East 116th Street for half a mile.
You're not from Detroit, little Evan. We worked hard to get you out here, and now there's T Grizzly posters on your wall. Sorry. We would spank you, but that's not the way we raised you. T Grizzly poster starts talking to him. You ought to spank him and get him straightened up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sober.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to Carmel, and then we're
Yeah.
going to go to Westfield, which is just north of here,
Yeah.
which is also like another. Let's just go north on that main road. You see that main road goes north? Forget about going to their hood. We're not going to go to their hood. You get the idea. I'm not going to go to their hood. I'm tired of having to prove everything I say. Go on Google Maps, and you'll see that the worst looking part of the city is not within city limits. If that little section of the city was within city limits, this would definitely be not the fourth safest city in America. And that's a problem with America. Like, we just want to be labeled as safe and rich, and we live in the safest community.
At the traffic
But
circle,
we're all right
take the
outside of
third
that
exit
city
onto
limits line. There's a whole other town down there, and they got a whole different bunch of different problems. But if it's not within your city limits, it's not your problem. It is. It's right next to you. I'm calling out the hypocrisy of people right now, wanting to claim they live in the safest cities and fastest growing places. Dude, they got people out there working in 20-degree weather.
They're building a lot of things
Dude,
here.
can you imagine being out there in like 23-degree weather?
It does look safe, and they are building a lot of things.
Yeah, it's a nice suburb.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a few 100,000 people living in these good suburbs.
Mm-hmm.
Take notes, but there's other people in Montgomery. We have 20,000 people on the east side of our city that are not getting murked. So there's like 300,000 people here. Oh, did somebody OD? Oh, I guess they should. You know what they should include when they talk about safest cities?
The usage rate.
They should throw that. They should throw. You know what I would think would be fair?
Mm-hmm.
Message to the people that make these online lists of safest cities. Combine. We should do it ourselves for our YouTube channel. Combine the M rate with the OD rate and get like a total like disparity rate combined, and then be like, this is the real most dangerous cities in America. Wouldn't that be interesting?
Yeah.
Let's take, for example, Citrus Springs, Florida, or Citrus County, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Their OD rate is higher than the murder rate in Birmingham, Detroit.
Yep.
I mean, crap, probably. So this is like a whole. I want to say Indianapolis, like as a whole, does have some really grimy areas too, but as a whole, their suburban sprawl is pretty big. I'm sure there's a suburb somewhere outside of Dallas that is just as nice as this.
Yeah.
I want to make my own list of the top 10 safest places in America, because I feel like after seeing some of these things, it's like, well, we saw some of the grimiest things we've seen in America right here in Indianapolis. Those apartment complexes we were yesterday.
Oh yeah.
No, there's like a police task force or something right there. Either that or Terminex has got a huge bedbug infestation at that building. Either way. Why do they have garbage cans with trees growing in the middle of the road?
I think it's so you stay on the road.
To protect the bikers?
Yeah.
Look at that little old house right there. Okay, I can't breathe. The heater or the something's like...
Yeah.
Even if it's cold outside, I like to turn the AC on at 60, and then like instead of having hot air blowing at me, I'm gonna turn it off actually. I just can't do it anymore. Burning dust.
Yeah.
That dust pile down there. All these things are hideous. What if you're speeding? It's so inconsiderate.
Yeah.
Okay, so highlight the city limits of the next
Westfield.
Westfield. Let me know when we enter that.
We'll be there soon.
So this is the 4th safest city in America.
I can say it does look.
Safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's alright. Look at the Canada geese.
It looks really suburban.
Canada geese.
I like Canada geese.
I mean, affordability combined with high incomes combined with freezing temperatures.
Yeah.
These up and down walkways are horrible. What if you're speeding through here? How inconsiderate.
We have an arts and design district. Yeah.
There's a BMW for sale right there. Want to buy that?
No.
I like how they still have tiny little houses on their main street across from gigantic buildings and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like you can live in a tiny little house right across from a monstrosity of a suburban sprawl.
If
Like-
right before we take a big trip, like
I thought you were going to say right before we take a big dump.
no, I don't talk about my bowel habits on our YouTube channel.
I was about to say, you scared me. I was like, oh no.
No, right before we take a trip, we run the heater like for a while.
Let it air out.
Let it air out. If we know we're going somewhere cold.
You know where they let it air out? In the hood.
Like the door open so it circles better.
I love how these people are not faced by the fact it's like 20 degrees outside. They're just all like going about their regular day-to-day lives like it's not a big deal.
Is that a statue or a person?
I don't know. These people here in Indiana are so...
Well, I know that's a statue, but up there.
So what do they use in determining if a place is safe? How many roundabouts the city has?
Probably.
They just go around like, this city has 450 roundabouts. It's the safest place in America. Ooh, look at down that main road. Do you see what's going on down there? Oh, it's an Indian home. There's like a really, like a downtown looking, but like European looking downtown.
Ah, cool.
This is definitely neat.
Yeah.
That was a neat street. We're going to skip on it today, but it was really a neat looking street.
Yeah. No. Yeah. The only town I remember going to is Anderson, and I only remember one house because, you know, we went to see my great grandparents. We would go once a year. We'd go maybe twice. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind living out here. This is nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
And if you can make $100,000 a year, you're making $100,000 a year. And you're living in a place this nice for $300,000. That means you could literally, in 3 years of income, pay off a house. That is enough money to buy a Porsche on the side.
Yeah.
Go ahead, love. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
Yeah, I used to come down this way.
Well, I used to listen to 36 Mafia. I'm sorry I interrupted you. Go ahead. I want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah.
I really do.
I would go to my great grandparents' house. I
And
liked it.
what would you do there?
I
Crunchy
was,
Black is got to be the most...
What the heck is wrong with you?
I'm sorry.
I was the 50th great grandchild.
Wow.
Yep. My great grandparents had 8 kids.
My neighbors in Naples had 8 kids. Oh crap, is that an anti-car dealership? We're buying it. They can ship
We're leaving.
They can have it shipped to Florida.
No.
Dude. They can have it shipped to Florida for us.
No. We're leaving.
Oh.
No. No. No.
Baby.
No. 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 No.
Look at these cars, dude.
No.
Oh, snap.
No. No.
A white Bronco.
No.
Just like,
No. No. Please get me out of here.
baby.
No.
Look at the Yukon.
No.
They have a white Yukon.
I think that's...
And bully.
Yeah.
Nah. Is that a Malibu? Is that a Malibu? No, that's my pronunciation. Instead of Malibu, is that a Malibu? Malibu? Oh, snap, no. Which one are we buying?
None of them.
9 of them? We don't have that much money. We do not have enough money to buy none of these things. Okay, this is like actual ice. What happens if you slam on the brakes on ice? They told me like if you slam on the brakes on ice, nothing happens. Except for, oh. Aren't you supposed to like slide or something?
Yeah.
I'm not sliding. You know, black ice isn't as horrendous as it said it was.
Mhm.
I've been trying to like crash into something. No success. Okay, take me to Westfield, right?
I'm taking you there. Just drive. We're going into Westfield.
All right. You let me know what to do, all right?
Yeah.
So instead of Starbucks today, we're gonna have.
Big boy.
Look at that thing!
I want a Toyota 4Runner with the heated seat.
I want a '66 Chevelle with 24-inch chrome wheels.
I might even go
4
for a Highlander.
Giottos, 4 kickers in the trunk, 15-inch kickers, by the way, not just 12s. 35,000 watt amp, hitting speakers on the outside of the car so people can hear me coming down the block. Paint candy red with a Jeezy. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Are we in Westfield yet? What's it called, Westfield?
Yeah, you're almost there.
I am in the 4th safest city in America. Do you feel safe, Katie?
Yes.
I
feel
feel
very
safe. I feel very safe here. I don't feel.
It actually does feel
It does
extremely...
feel safe.
They
yeah.
are right about this town.
Yeah.
They're not right about Charlotte, but yeah, they're
No,
right about
Charlotte
this town.
does not belong on that list at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. I think they just go. You know what the problem is with those? They go by analytics,
Yes.
and you have to look beyond analytics. Like for example, I wasn't gonna call the cops in Charlotte because I thought they wouldn't show up.
Yeah.
Oh, in Charlotte, you cannot call the police unless it's like a major crime. Probably the reason Charlotte's on that list. You know, if you call the police in Charlotte, like we did when you saw a car accident, if nobody's like they don't show up. The police in Charlotte, like if you call the police in Charlotte and said a homeless person's attacking, you know what they tell you? Drive away. So their crime rates are probably screwed up because the police, like if you call the cops here and said something happened, I'm sure they would probably show up. That's what I'm saying. Like you can't just go by analytics. Like there's a lot more to analytics. Like if you live in a city where the cops don't show up, of course you're not gonna have a high crime rate. Cops aren't showing up. How can you have crime if you don't have cops? That's a new motto in America. How can we have crime if we don't have? It's this road that separates. Yes.
Yes, this is the road.
All right,
We're in
guys.
Westfield.
We're now in Westfield and we cross this road. But there it is. That's the 4th safest city in America this year. It's all right.